KleinGuy Jon YouTube channel, and today I got some exciting new tool. I haven't done any tool reviews in a while, but this here just came in just the other day. A company called KAIWEETS manufactures electrical testing equipment for electricians, DIYers, homeowners, whatever you like it. This is their new product. It's the KT301P. This is their updated model from the 301, KTP301. But there's supposedly some improvements. Now, this is the first time I've heard of this company. They approached me. They said, hey, we wanted to try, see if maybe you want to test our product. We've been reviewing your channel, and we thought you'd be a better fit. And I gladly accepted. Box product. It is a circuit breaker finder from KAIWEETS. Okay. Now, so back here, you get the circuit breaker finder. You get one transmitter, storage case. He doesn't like the storage case with the tool that they're going to purchase. You always need something to store it with. You get the one bare wire adapter, light socket adapter, and 3 to 2-prong adapter. Just let me know in the comment sections if you want to know what the 2 to 3 prong is. So this model operates only from 90 to 120 volts. Has sound and light alarm. Has GFCI circuit testing. So basically, you can plug in the receiver, the transmitter, plug it into an outlet. That's a GFCI. And you can test it by using the test button. It's got data hold, backlight, auto power off. I think that's pretty cool. Low battery indication, optional leads adapter, and also safety rating. Safety rating is a KT2 at 300 volts. And it also has a non-voltage contact testing. So basically what that is you can just take the tool, test to see for live wire without plugging anything in. Great. All right, so now this company, I did a lot of research. They're becoming a growing and well-known company. You have a lot of electrical tools. You can also find their store on Amazon. I think they go around $60, this new line product. So it's pretty affordable pricing for a tool such as this. And let's get to it, man. Let's get to the box. I'm actually pretty excited. I've been waiting for a few days now. First things first. My little knife. Gets the job done. That's what's important. All right. So, when we unbox it, it comes with the carrying case. Pretty cool. Hard carrying case. Got a handle. Zippers. Double zippers. Open it in any which way you want to open it. Pretty dope. Hard case on both sides, by the way, and the product. KAIWEETS. I always wondered, how come Klein Tools, when you guys have a digital circuit breaker finder, you don't have a carrying case? You gotta get with the program. We want carrying cases for our tools. Alright, so let's open it up. We open up the case, and what do we have? Wow, that's nice. Look at that. It's got even molded insert. Hey, you just place them in. You got your socket tester for your lights. You want to test it, and you also got your little adapter here. Now this is the 3 to 2 prong. When they see 3 to 2 prong, it's 3 prong, hot. You got a hot, neutral, and ground, and then the 2 prong for any 2 prong outlets. So if you don't have a 3 prong outlet, plug it into the 2 prong, and you got this little green tab. Very easy. There's always a faceplate cover with the screw in the center. That's where that screw goes. Holds it. That means it's bonded to the device. All you manufacturers out there, KAIWEETS, great job for including all this. Yeah, I'm not just saying it because I'm promoting it. I'm just saying it's pretty darn cool that you guys have a carrying case and place to store your tool. So here next we have we got an LCD backlit transmitter. This is the KT301P transmitter. This is what you use to plug into your outlets, to your socket. If it's a 2-prong, you put it in. Put in a 3-prong, screw it into your light socket, and you can test and see which circuit breaker it's on. That's what they have this for. Pretty cool, right? obviously got to put some batteries in. It takes 2 AAA batteries, which, by the way, maybe 4 batteries. So I guess the receiver gets 2 batteries too. Nice. Next is, now that we got the battery and the transmitter out there, we have the receiver. Looks great. Nice plastic. Nose, tapered nose, with tight spots. It also has an NCV. It's a non-contact voltage tester. So if you can use this to test hot, energized conductors. When I mean conductors, I mean wires, but electricians, typically we're supposed to call them conductors. I guess you just hold down the button and then it should give a tone, let it know that there's current or there's voltage on the line. That's a pretty cool feature. I like that. You get like a little 2-in-1. I always like 2-in-1 or multi-2-in-1s. Carry less, not carry more. So not bad. We got alligator clips. Now, I don't see a lot of guys use this when they don't hardly use circuit breaker finders in my field, but when they do, and only if we do, and we have to, there's no device, you got wire sticking out of the box. Got this guy to help you out. It's also a 3-prong, so you can insert the transmitter right in. Wow, this is really hot. It's a fresh tool. Gotta give it a little. Actually, it's gonna wear out. And it's gonna plug it in. Got your red for your hot, black for your neutral or your return, whatever you want to call it. Electricians would call, or the grounded conductor. It's neutral. And then you have your hot or phase conductor. Tie it in. It should just turn on. You test it. Pretty cool feature. I love that you guys thought about these things, having all these accessories in one tool and at a really pretty good, decent price. Not bad. I found a screwdriver. Thank you. All right, so we'll put these bits back in here so I don't lose them. All right, so it's like a glove. All right. Okay, pretty cool. Oh, I was kind of hoping the screw would stay in there. Little improvement. You might want to put a little gasket to hold it in place so that way we don't lose the screw. Because that tends to happen a lot with other circuit breaker finders. Some products like Ideal, Klein, they have it so you don't lose it. Because then it gets like, you got tape around it and it looks funny. You look like a cheap electrician when you're on the field. Got the battery in. Alright, turn the screw back on if I can, and I can. Too hard, there we go, not too tight. That. And then we are doing the transmitter. Same thing, screws there. I'm using the #1 screw tip. That's the thing. You don't want to put too many batteries on 2 tools. You want to kind of keep it. I have one of these. Got one. Fine, put 2 batteries, and then the receiver end is powered by regular AC power. But you guys want to be different. That's cool. But I can see where you're coming from with this. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna try it out or not ever use it. You gotta give people a chance, Anyways, got the batteries in. I'm gonna try to screw this set screw in. Come on. Alright, we got the batteries in. Nice. Let's give it a shot. Alright, so we're gonna test this guy out. Let's see, it says now we got the on-off button. Turn it on. Maybe we gotta hold it down. Oh, there it is. Pretty cool. I like the display so far. Line open, meaning there's no power present. So now we're gonna plug it in. We're gonna plug it in. And as you can see, it's gonna take some voltage reading. So you can see it's voltage is bouncing around. And there you go. Steady voltage at 119, 122, that's nominal, that's normal voltage. 123, 121, okay, cool. And then it even tells you if the wiring is correct. So you got your neutral, your line, and your equipment ground, and it tells you if it's correct voltage, which is pretty good. It also has voltage line to neutral, meaning it tells you the voltage, which is telling displaying it right now, and it has the signal, which is transmitting signal to the receiver. So let's go check out what it's going to be on. By the way, if it's green, it's correct wiring. If it's red, it's faulty. Before we start spraying this out, we're going to test the GFCI. It has a test button for GFCI testing. So what you got to do is touch the test button. See? Yep. Looks like it's not testing. Oh, there you go. And look at that. Pass. That's pretty cool. So it passed the test. Hey guys, so unfortunately we ran out of memory in the last video where we left off by plugging in the plug-in tester, and we're about to test the new circuit breaker finder, but we're going to continue on where we left off. But first, when I unboxed it, I noticed, probably you guys noticed too, there was instructions in the box. The instructions here that it comes with. Okay, it comes with your little user guide manual, how to maintain, and also how to troubleshoot it. It also comes with a quick tip before using the circuit breaker finder little pamphlet, right? Pretty cool. It tells you basically how to check the transmitter. There's two-step scanning. Also learning how to there's also a little troubleshooting guide at the bottom as well. Without further ado, let's get to the demonstration. All right. Okay, so here it is, the KAIWEETS transmitter. I'm gonna turn it on. So basically, what you do is you gotta tap it, right? And if you see on the LCD display here in the KT301P transmitter, I think it's pretty cool. As you can see, there's already a line open. There's no power. It's not plugged in yet. It even shows you voltage line to neutral, meaning 120. It could be, yeah, it could basically be 120, 115, 110 volts. Let's plug it in. And we're going to plug it into an existing kitchen GFCI. This is a 20 amp GFCI receptacle. Let's pop this guy out. And as you can see here, it has 120, shows 120 volts, 119, 120.7. And if you look at to the left, it tells you the correct wiring. Now that is pretty cool, along with the voltage metering or voltage analyzer on it. It even shows you the correct wiring. N for neutral, L for line, and E for equipment ground. Alright, so it even shows you the shape, a little outline shape of the receptacle. All right. Next up, as you can see, also it tells you if it's correct too. You see the engravings, correct and fault. If there was a faulty GFCI or faulty device, it'll flash red. In this case, it shows a steady green. It's correct wiring, line to neutral voltage, and as you can see, the little wiring signal icon that keeps flashing. That it means is ready, and it's transmitting a signal. It's ready to operate. But before we do that, we're going to try the test button for testing GFCI receptacles. You can use this device to check 20 amp and 15 amp GFCI outlets. Really simple. There's a test button that's gray. So let's push that test button. Now, it says the instructions, you have to hold down the test button, and it's supposed to show at a rating at 5 milliamperes. That is the amount of time, that is the amount of milliamps that this GFCI should be tripping on. All right, so here we go. It's gonna simulate a short by me holding down this test button. So here we go. Now you can see that the lights are flashing. They were flashing red and green. That's going to the test, and it says on the screen, pass. As you notice, there's no voltage now. There's no voltage passing to the transmitter. All right. So we're going to reset the GFCI, and as you can see, it has its own indication showing power to it. The green means operating normally, red means fault, and if it's green and red, that means it's a tripped GFCI. So all we got to do is hit the reset button. It's kind of tricky though, a little bit. There we go.
All right, and then what we're going to do next, since we now have power and it's so incorrect, we're going to have to reset. By turning it off, turning it back on. Another feature, which is really awesome about this transmitter, is if you just unplug it while it's reading voltage, it's going to stay at a hold to the last readout of the voltage read onto the device. Pretty cool. It even tells you if it's correct wiring. And right there, and then the service signal, let's see, the service signal indicator stops flashing, and then your green light flashes, indicating you removed the device. There's no power going through, but everything's on a hold, and you can see and collect data off of it. All right, so let's plug it back in. And as you can see, it goes right back to reading the voltage. All right, the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to take out the receiver, okay, and we're going to test. We're going to test this baby out. Now, what I like about this so far, it's lightweight, okay, for one. It also has an NCV tester. NCV stands for non-contact voltage. Meaning that if I was to operate, to turn this on and use it to test and see if there are any wires or devices that are energized, this will sniff it out and it'll send a notification saying that the device or the circuit is live. It also comes with a flashlight, integrated flashlight. I think it's pretty cool. Let's turn it on first. So we have to hold it down, and as you can see, there's another LCD backlit screen lit up, and you can see the meter there. Now, what that meter is showing is the sensor, like it's ready to go. It's ready to sense, check the circuit breaker. It's ready to find that that circuit breaker. We are going to check out the flashlight. So if you tap it, you can see there's a flashlight. Pretty cool. Not bad. And as you can see, it's pretty bright. It's decent for low lit areas, right? Low lit areas, and it's very convenient for the maintenance guy, DIYer, and electrician to see inside of a low dim room, or if you're in an electrical panel and there's no light, you got yourself a little flashlight, my friend. All right, then we just tap it again, turn it off. Boom, it's off. Now, let's go check out and see if we can find this circuit breaker. All right, so here I am at my electrical panel here. All right, so this holds all the power, all the circuit breakers energize a circuit here in my apartment. All right, now what we're going to do now is we're going to test and see that this device here, the circuit breaker finder receiver, is now I'm going to go do one pass. I'm going to do one pass, and then I'm going to do a second pass. The first pass, it's going to indicate that it's going to start showing indication that there's power. Ignore it. It actually means, in the instruction manual that I read, it actually means that it's sensing or it's sniffing out or studying the panel. Or just sniffing out which circuit breaker it is, studying the panel, making sure, okay, I scanned the panel, let's do one more run. And sure enough, on the second run, you should be able to find the circuit breaker accurately. So I'm going to show you right now. So we got our tester, right? It's ready to go. Green indication. It will start flashing red once I'm going up and down the panel scanning. All right, so here we go. And then when I find the circuit breaker, it's going to stop. It's going to have a steady red indication that it's telling me we found the circuit breaker, we found the source. Let's shut it off. All right, so here we go. All right, so you can see here, it's sniffing. As you can see, it's like it's beeping out of control, like crazy. See? And that's the first pass. Now we're going to do the second pass. And as you can see on the LCD backlighting, you can see the sensitivity meter really low. So it hasn't picked up the breaker, but you'll see increase as it gets closer and closer. Then if you want to confirm, you go up and back down, go down, go back up. Looks like we found it. And as you can see, it's now flashing a green light. This is now indicating that power is off. It is now at a steady read of 120.5 volts. The signal, as you can see here, the wireless signal has stopped flashing. There's no power. And as you can see from the GFCI as well, there's no lights. That indicates and tells me, yep, no power. We found the breaker. So now I'm gonna re-energize the circuit by turning back on the breaker. And as you can see, power is restored. The device is reading power. Wiring is correct, and it's back to normal. Another pretty cool feature of the circuit breaker finder is its receiver. Yet again, we're going back to the receiver. We're going to try out the NCV mode. So in order to check out the NCV mode, which stands for non-contact voltage, it's a non-contact voltage tester here at the sensory, the tip sensor. So this whole piece here is a sensor that picks up current. All right, so we're gonna try it out, and we're gonna try it on these plugged-in Milwaukee 18 volt, 12 volt chargers. Now I have two of them plugged in, and you're gonna see how it works. Turn on the unit. As you can see, it's turned on, and then we're gonna do next. We're gonna tap it, okay, and we should have an indication. Or hold it down, actually. Yeah, sorry about that. We had to hold it down. Now, if you notice, the meter went down, and you only get 1 bar. So that's a sensitivity level. So as close as we get to the energized wire, the higher that sensitivity meter goes. So watch. There you go. Pull it away. Right next to it. And you see how the meter goes up and down? It's telling me I'm close. And then I'm on target. I'm on the hot wire. Okay? And there it goes. Pretty nifty, tool. Like, that's a pretty cool feature, because now it's like a 2 or 3-in-1. Technically a 3-in-1. Because you got yourself not only a non-voltage contact tester, it also sifts out circuit breakers, and you can use it as a little flashlight. Pretty cool. I love this so far because KAIWEETS, you guys have thought of everything for the DIYer, maintenance guy, electrician. This case is hard. It's a hard case. See? If I drop this thing, which I've already let's just test drop it. Like I drop it, I toss it around, it's not going to damage the tool. It's totally protected. Another thing is the nice little integrated handle. That's great. Carry it around with you. It fits in a backpack. I love that it fits in my bag. KAIWEETS, thank you so much for letting me test your product. You will be getting a video of me testing in the field, which, by the way, I already have. And you'll see a short video coming soon. All right. So, guys, let me know what you think about this KAIWEETS. Have you heard of their brand? I certainly have never heard of their brand. And when I was approached to do a video and test it out, I said, why not? I mean, you guys are unknown to me. Let me do a little background check. did it myself. They had some good review, some really good positive reviews. And it's a little bit, let me just say this, comparing pricing to that of Klein, I think I paid my Klein Tools digital circuit breaker finder a little less, but for $60 on Amazon, I still think, even it's like what, $20 more, I still think it's still affordable. And it's a great tool. All right. So yeah, let me know, guys. Are there any of you out there who are using KAIWEETS? What do you like? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's okay? It's all right. It has its uses. Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay. Don't be afraid to let me know about your opinions. Feedback is always good. All right. Guys, that'll be all for today on this video. I know it was a little bit, the audio, forgive me with the audio quality. Our microphone lapel, some reason I think the battery died, so we kind of winged it a little bit, and then we lost some memory of footage, so that's why I'm cutting into this. KAIWEETS, thank you so much again for the opportunity for testing your products. I hope in the future to test more products that you may have developing, and please send it my way. I'd love to do more tool reviews. I love doing these videos. It's been a long time, guys. I miss you guys at YouTube. I'm glad that this opportunity came up. KAIWEETS, you guys were very generous enough to send me a free tool to test it out, and so far, first test, residential test, went great. Stamp of approval on that. The next test will be coming up is a commercial test. We're going to even apply it to a commercial environment. It's getting late here in New York City, here in Staten Island. I got to go to work tomorrow, and I'm going to be bringing that bad boy with me. All right. Until next time, everybody, take care. Have a good night. Stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.